Hey guys, welcome back to the Confirmed RM YouTube channel. Getting ourselves back into another technicals video looking here at Bitcoin and XRP, both in succession. But getting into it in the new year, Wednesday, absolutely crazy day, liquidation day. Bitcoin coming back down to the same region it had done Friday, the 29th. And the 30th of December, so just a few days prior, coming back down, retesting. But as you can see, daily close back above this trend line that we had installed here, and even opened above it, still here at 42,000, and still closing today, most likely here at $44,342. On a long term here, you see on 3618 holding above that. But I think if we were to use short term like this, you can see that holding above this 43,399 kind of gives us this trend in what we can do. It makes you wonder if it could be like a short term parallel channel. I makes you really wonder. Maybe if it was sort of something like this, and it's just playing around in the middle of the region here, it would be somewhere around right there, like right there. And you'd break through that and you get up there to around that 45.9. But I'm not quite sure. I could leave that as an idea right now as a parallel channel. But regardless, the Fibonacci tells us that there's a nice ceiling here around 44,766. As you can see, it tried attempting to do it twice on 2 days. Tried getting up, got to around 45.9, but you can see that next ceiling is 46.7, and that full target looking there at 47.6. You know, these are here and designed to freak people out. But what's even crazy is that if you look here on the MACD, that volume ain't even crazy to the downside. Like we had more volume downwards on these days than we did yesterday. So everyone freaking out. Like look at that. Like you can see that the volume's dwindling for bears, and it's starting to push its way back up. You know, we had these couple nice days here until the 10th of December, but we have been bearish for a whole month. So almost in about 6 days. So now we're actually going to start getting that kind of correction, start moving up. You see the RSI is actually breaking back through here. See if we can get pulled through, get some relief. It's definitely interesting because our RSI is still kind of up there. We haven't really gone bearish on that since September. Actually, we read bearish over here in October, and then that's basically when we've been bullish. It's been since October 15th. So, but I'm looking at volume profiles here in the MACD. We had substantial amount. Even with the liquidation yesterday, it was a pretty minuscule amount in comparison to the rest that we've been through the past couple days and past 2 weeks even. So, I'm not really thinking too much about it. I'm just going to sit there and wait. I'm going to use this upper that I had before right here. And we're just going to wind up seeing, I said by the 7th, so by this weekend, we're going to see how this plays out. If we're able to start breaking up to the upside, if we can get a move, I think that's going to be the same width, that 47,000. And yeah, from that, that point onwards, it is literally the same point, 47,600. But all right, getting back into XRP, different story with XRP, man. Definitely interesting, because even look at the volume profile. I mean, this volume profile makes sense. So if you go based off Bitcoin, you see that it was quite small in comparison to the rest. But XRP had, oh my goodness, a 28%. I think it was like a 28% fall. It was quite large. And unfortunately, we were grinding upwards, and we were happy with how everything was going. About 28%. But we were going sideways here on the RSI for a little while. After hitting a peak in November, kind of going sideways, it looks like it's just going to be coming back down before we are to move forward. And you can just look at the MACD, look at the volume just dwindling up, coming there, and then all of a sudden that huge fall. I don't think necessarily that predictable in that sense, not that deep of a fall. Definitely would have been hard. Even if you had a stop loss here at 57, you're still liquidated. 54 still liquidated. 52 still liquidated. That was a large fall. It's hard to call there. I don't myself. You can see that the full width of the channel here was just about that. If we were to do that from here to here, it came pretty close to guessing where that was, it was around 48, came around to 45 within about 3 cents. But what's interesting now is we're going to use this trend that we have for XRP, and we're going to kind of reevaluate what's going on here. So you can still see that 57 is still a good support. Same thing with Bitcoin. It came back up and found home somewhere else. So everyone's screaming and flailing and crying and all that crap about XRP at the moment, and people in the comments getting all snooty with us falling. A lot of altcoins, a lot of stuff got hit hard by the Bitcoin falling like that, which unfortunately that's just a byproduct. But we kind of call those, like, I say black swans, but it's something more unpredictable that just unfortunately it happens. So and most of the time I tell you guys I negate some of these candles. I'll kind of just like draw them out like there's no need, because we can see here is we have the fall here to 57. We have our open here at 57. So our volume is still, actually I'm going to bring that back. Red hasn't really came back around. Let's see on the 4 hour. The 4 hours dwindling. It's starting to curtail. Okay, so you can see that it's starting to make way. All right. But on a daily, you can see we'll get the daily close, and we'll probably start to get that curve back. But XRP has definitely done a nice correction in this regard. So it looks like right now it looks like we could just go sideways for a while. You can see just exactly how that works. The rise, the fall, the rise, the fall. So if you were to really throw like a Fibonacci on this, that was probably a 702 or 786 retracement. 702. Yep, 702 retracement, come back down. So I could see it coming down even here to this -1 region. So coming back down a little bit more ways for XRP before we actually flatten out. When we see how much more that would be on the RSI from here. Okay, so it's not terrible, but what I'm thinking could wind up happening with XRP here is, because we have our bottom here still at 57, right here, is we're holding above this region. So what we're going to want to see is just that 57 hold as our bottom. Because then if we start falling, because as you guys remember, 57 here was our problem region. It was definitely a problem region all since 22, 21, right here, and even here in November. So there's many points of contingency with XRP that's saying that is our problem area. So you can see the strong support that is on there. So if we want it falling through 57 with conviction, and we start to actually get candle closes below it, then I'm going to be kind of intrigued, and I'm going to be like, there's going to be a problem. But at the moment with it above 57, I'm not necessarily throwing up any red flags at the moment besides sideways. That's all I'm thinking, is that we could just wind up going sideways. I mean, the only other thing that could technically be a saving grace, I would want to see it come out into March before that really happened, but we have this trend line, as you can see, it's kind of existed for a long time. I think this might be based off the 4 hour. Yeah, see, you're excluding some of the wicks. You could come down to 54, but I would really like to see it hold above 57. I mean, your iffy one is 54, but you'd want to come back down to that by maybe February. It's definitely a hard call at the moment. So I'm just taking this one, XRP and the altcoins kind of more day by day. Bitcoin's a little more predictable at the moment with just how much better this is laid out. for us to understand what's going on, as opposed to most of the altcoins took that huge hit. But like I said, I'm thinking kind of just running off that dip and just using 57 as that baseline, that support. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I still think everything's going to be playing out well this year, but more so at the moment, judging by RSI, MACD, and everything, it looks like things might be a little slower to begin in that case, or we kind of just keep this dip, go sideways, and then late quarter 2, no, I think maybe quarter 3 actually start moving. But because I think Bitcoin's halving is in April. But regardless, guys, we're all trying to predict the future here. We're all trying to use the same sort of cues and metrics to determine what's going on with the market. And all those people are like, XRP was going to go low. It was how it was going to happen. I'm like, well, good for you. I can be wrong, and that's fine. Stuff be like that. I would rather not be right all the time, because that would suck. But here on the 4 hour, we're seeing ourselves starting to curtail, come back up, starting to see some sort of bounce come out of XRP, falling through that 2 or 3 supports. But regardless, guys, hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Appreciate every single one of you. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.